doubloons and pieces of 8, handed down to Applegate from buccaneers who fought for years for gold doubloons and pieces of 8. Handed down in a pirate's chest, the gold they sailed for east and west, the treasure bright that made men fight, till none were left to bury the chest. So now the gold and pieces of 8 all belong to Applegate. The chest is here, but wait. Now where are those gold doubloons and pieces of 8, pieces of 8, pieces of 8?
Today's episode in the mystery of the Applegate treasure, the female detective.
Stop! Huh? Oh.
Jackley?
Yes, sir. Just me.
A little late, aren't you? What's the matter with that blasted owl?
The one up at the tower, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, search me. I just washed up. I was going home for the night.
Oh.
Hey, well, what's this for?
Oh. I was just... Oh, this. Yeah. Well, good night, Jackley.
Yeah. Hey, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to skewer that bird up there. Pesky nuisance.
Well, just the last couple of days. Have you noticed it, too?
No, I hadn't. Maybe he's building a nest, huh?
Oh, he's always been up there in the tower, but he's usually more quiet.
Well, I could board up those empty windows for you someday, if you like.
What's the use? The tower's been closed off for years. I never use those rooms anymore.
Well, I just thought in case you didn't want any more owls getting in.
But I like birds. Don't you?
Well, don't let the screeching bother you, sir.
It's a barn owl, not a screech owl.
Well, it just makes you so nervous you gotta carry that sword around with you.
Cutlass, man, cutlass!
Mr. Applegate, I don't care if it's for skewering marshmallows.
Oh, please, Jackie. I'm sorry. I've been so nervous lately. At night.
Well, why don't you lock up and go to bed, huh?
No. I have to wait till Fenton Hardy gets here.
You mean you need a detective just to get rid of that bird for you?
Of course not. To get rid of his pick and shovel, that's all. And to hear what I think of any man who let his sons come snooping and digging.
That's the stuff, boss. You tell him. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, those Hardy boys are getting everybody on edge, aren't they? Well, I'm going home. It's getting cold out here. Good night.
Good night.
Hello?
Gertrude, I was just sitting here quietly dozing over a book, and I merely wondered if your brother...
Fenton? Well, of course he's not home yet. And I'm certainly going to make him eat something before he goes traipsing over to your house.
Thank you. That's the only reason I called.
I don't for the life of me see why he has to come. I can still send one of the boys for the tools.
Oh, no, you don't. No one's going to touch that pick and shovel until your brother gets here.
All right. You needn't explain it all over again. You're scared about something and you want Fenton's advice and you won't admit it. I'll tell him. Goodbye.
Gertrude, that is most certainly not true. It's those youngsters I'm worried about. Why, I'll bet you they're up to more mischief this very instant. You probably don't even know where they are.
Well, I most certainly do. They're sitting out on their front porch waiting for their father, just like you are. Of all the ridiculous... wait a minute.
Hi, Eddie. Anything wrong?
No, nothing. Silas Applegate, you are a suspicious, worrying old gloomy Gus. And on such a lovely summer evening like tonight, too. You ought to be ashamed.
Listen.
Yeah, that's Iola's whistle, all right. Oh, that goop.
Well, at least she's finally on her way to Applegate's. Now all we gotta do is wait.
What do you want to bet she messes up things somehow?
Take it easy. She didn't have to go in the first place.
Why does she keep on whistling for? We got her signal. Oh, she's probably afraid. You know how girls are.
Quiet. She ought to be there in a minute.
Just as if there was anything to be really afraid of over there. Ah, on a nice night like this, too.
Thank you.
Hi, boys.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Well, you boys look as though you expected a thunderstorm.
No, Dad. Just you.
Well, wait till I have a bite to eat.
Yeah, Gertrude's got dinner ready for you now.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have a little talk, boys. After I've seen Applegate. I guess you both realize that this mystery stuff of yours has gotten a little out of hand, that's all. I'm sure the whole thing is silly, but Well, we'll talk about it later. You coming inside?
In a minute.
It's so nice out here, we thought we might stay for a while.
Okay, boys. Oh, Gertrude, I'm home. Oh, there you are.
Hello, Fenton.
Say, what's the matter with the boys? They act scared to death.
Oh, those pint-sized detectives and their mysteries. I'm just glad you're at home, Fenton. You know, that old fuddy-duddy Silas Applegate has been pestering the life out of me. And I told the boys that they couldn't leave the house until you talked to him. Come on, I'll fix you some supper.
Well, it sure sounded silly on the phone.
Just wait till we get those fingerprints. We'll show him how silly this is.
She's gotta be there by now.
Next episode, Iola's bravery.